Hello, scientists. I'm back again. Here again, we have another circuit. This time, all I have is a simple circuit with all the pieces you need for a simple circuit. I have a switch, a battery. Close there a little bit. We have a battery, wires, a load. A load is anything that uses the electrons that are flowing, like it could be a bell, any number, blender, whatever you're connecting to your circuit. So there's something using the electrons. That's important because it slows the electrons down. Otherwise, you can do that in your sim. It'll start a fire because the electrons are just racing around without anything to slow them down. The fact that when we put the load on there, they slow down, that means that the load is acting as a resistor. It slows them down. Anything that slows down the flow of electrons is called a resistor. We have our switch, and then back to the battery. It's a closed circuit, or it will be if I close the switch. Once I close the switch, the light goes on. Okay, but this question asks us, or you've been working on building a parallel circuit. So I'm going to take my light bulb here. I'm going to attach this clip on this side. And I got my light bulb here. I need another clip. Basically what's happening here, in the previous example, we had a series circuit. All the light bulbs were on the same loop together. Here, each new light bulb that I add in has its own loop. And this time we notice that the dimness doesn't happen. They stay just as bright. Why is that? Because if we look for a path back to the battery, each light bulb has its own path back to the battery. To get to this light bulb that's out further, the electrons don't have to pass through this battery because this clip right here takes them to this light bulb first. So none of them are sharing the power of the battery. They have their own path back to the battery and they stay just as bright. But this question that you're trying to answer, you should have already made a prediction. What do you think will happen if we take one light bulb out this time? Last time in a series circuit, the light bulb, when I took one light bulb out, they all went out. Okay, so here I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one out. And we're going to see that nothing happens. The brightness doesn't change, and it stays on. That's because even though this circuit right here, this part of the path is broken and open right now, the electrons can still flow with a complete circuit all the way around this way. They can go around that opening. And I want to just let you know, when I took this light bulb out, it's very hot. That happens because as those electrons are flowing through the wires, all the wires, the alligator clips are pretty hot. There's a lot of friction in there. Just like friction with your hands, you create heat. Heat is not our desired outcome here, so we call that wasted energy. It's energy that's being converted to something else and it's wasted. That's inefficient. So new light bulbs are being created, LEDs and things like that, that have less wasted energy to heat. It's a form of energy that we don't want, heat, so it's waste. So any light bulb that can do the same amount of light without all that wasted heat is better or more efficient. So again, remember, in a series circuit, the light bulbs stay bright, but when you take one out, and I can take this one over here out, nothing happens to the other one. So an example, your house would be wired like this. If one of the lights goes out, they don't all go out. Most other wiring besides Christmas lights is like this. Okay, so I'm going to open the switch, which is in a place on the circuit that they all go out. Have a good day, guys. Bye.